What is up, everybody? Welcome back to On Thin Ice, where Peyton and I discuss icebreaker questions and never, ever, 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 ever go off topic whatsoever. Ever in the history of us doing it.
Evers every week.
Maybe, I don't know.
Sometimes I feel like they get longer, but I honestly can't tell. I'm not keeping track.
One of these episodes, I'm just gonna keep on saying ever for like an hour,
Yeah.
and end the podcast.
We never, ever, 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 ever. Okay, see y'all.
Yeah, like for a whole hour. Anyway, what's up? How's it going?
Going really well, man.
Got any movie updates?
You know how I like Godzilla? Well, let me tell you something, man. Saw this online. I thought it was dumb and it didn't look anything like Godzilla. And then I saw it in a bookstore. And I was like, oh wait, this one's big.
Hell yeah.
So I have this Godzilla Squishmallow now. Dude, I love him so much. This is my boy right here.
Hell yeah. I do not.
Yeah, he's going.
I don't know any Squishmallow. Actually, I take that back. I have a ramen bowl Squishmallow that I got as a gift. But
My wife probably has more than 80 at this point. So this is my one treat to myself, and he's going in the library, in the movie theater library for sure.
yeah, I know Deanna is obsessed with them as well.
Oh God.
She also has quite a few, I think. But I only have the one, and it's because I don't go out of my way to get Squishmallows. But I did get one as a gift, and it's a ramen bowl, pretty fitting, because I eat the shit out of ramen, so makes sense that I would
Might
have
as
a
well
ramen
eat this
Squishmallow.
pillow.
Yeah, I do it all the time. I eat it and then I regurgitate it, re-sew it back together, and sleep with it.
Can you see this poster? Or not poster? Can you see this thing on my wall? This frame that I'm pointing at right here.
Yeah, that corner of it,
Okay.
yes.
You know what that is?
No.
You know what that is?
I still don't know what it is. There's a glare. All I see is a
Well-
wood grain.
God damn it. Well, there's not really getting out of that glare. That's the cherry hoodie.
Oh yeah, that we talked about in that episode.
That episode that everyone should go watch.
Yeah, the one where we discuss what you would do for your favorite movie.
What would you do for
things.
the one and only copy of your favorite movie? Yep.
Yeah,
That's what I would do. I would get my hoodie from one of the people that worked on the set. I would get that into a shadow box. That's what I would do for it.
Nice.
Confirmed.
Speaking of movies and memorabilia, you can't really see it because I got the small one, but that poster right there on my bookshelf is our Pizzaverse poster. Hang on, I'll go get it.
Yeah. I can't see shit. This man here, he works on getting all the lights that he can possibly get. A backlight and a front light, key light, and still can't see anything.
You can't see the top. There
What?
it is.
Oh, there it goes. That's cool. I got the sweater with that on it. I probably should have worn that for this. That's hot. Now we both have Pizzaverse posters. I got one right up here, above my my little door that has all my some of my Magic Gathering decks and a shoe rack.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten it framed yet, but it's in the works. It's in the works. I gotta get around to doing that so I can hang it up somewhere.
I got the. They were handing out movie posters. It's a couple of weeks ago now, but when we went and saw The Amazing Spider-Man 2, movie poster, so I got that over in the corner. It's the same size as my Invincible poster, so it's going to go perfectly right next to it when it gets framed. And I'm going to put, I have my wife and I's movie tickets sitting over there on that little thing. I'm going to put those in the frame with it too.
Hell
That's
yeah.
going to be cool.
Nice. Yeah, I don't have a whole hell of a lot of room. I know I've got a little bit of room on that wall and this wall over here, but that's pretty much it, unless I move out to the living room and do some stuff.
Dude, I'm maxed out on room. There is no room in here. This spot you see right next to me, where there's some blue, that's it. My whole office, like you can see the cubbies I have of Funkos. I got another 36-inch floating shelf to put on because that Funko wall in the back here is too much. They were all like tipping and shit, so I can stack another 2 to 3 high before it's touching the ceiling.
Hell yeah.
So I got about 12 more slots, and then I'm maxed.
That's why I miss having a house, because I had so much more space.
I just drill holes in the walls all day. Just put shelves up.
I mean, our landlord doesn't care. He said that he didn't care if we hung stuff. I've got shelves here and stuff that I hung up, but like obviously it doesn't beat the amount of space that we had at our house.
Yeah.
Being an apartment is definitely not ideal, but it's means to an end. I think it's not a permanent situation. But once I do get my own space again, oh boy, I'm gonna have a whole shit ton of stuff to hang up.
Oh yeah.
Your picture, as a matter of fact, your drawing of me and Willow from memory.
Yeah, Willow the cat.
That's up in our living room.
Let's go.
It's like right when you open the door and go through the front door and turn right. It's the first fucking picture on the wall.
As it should be.
It's a conversation piece, man. But yeah, we're gonna be doing something a little different today. Doing something a little different. Yeah. I remember
What's different?
When remember when we were doing Cosmic Pizza, every time we would start a stream, Toby and I would always be like, all right, we're going to do something a little different today, and then it'd be the exact same thing.
Yeah, do the same fucking thing.
Same zombies.
We're going to play another video game today.
Yeah, but it's the same game. But anyway, no, we are actually doing something a little different today. We are going to be doing a little game that Peyton put up on our list called Am I the Asshole?
Yay.
I am just now hearing about this because I'm old and I don't keep up with the youth and the times and stuff. I'd never heard of this before. I also do my best to stay off of Reddit because I fucking hate Reddit.
I've never used it once in my life.
I was going through a time where I really, really wanted to make a video game. And Hovey and I's attempts had been pretty much null, and they just were not going anywhere, and then we both put it down for a while, and then I just got the spark again. So I went onto Reddit. I know, that was my first mistake. And I put a post on my Reddit account, very first and only thing on my Reddit account, and I said, hey guys, this is who I am, this is what I want to do. Is there any way that I could join a project, whether it be in the music, or maybe some of the design, storyboards, whatever you want. Like, I just want to be a part of the process of making a game. It could be anything. They basically laughed me off the fucking face of the platform, like, immediately. And I'm like, okay, go fuck yourself. And I immediately downloaded Unity or some shit like that, and I started making my own game with YouTube tutorials. And I managed to get a fully animated little character sprite moving around a room with nothing in it, couldn't interact with anything, couldn't do anything. But I fucking did it by myself, goddammit.
You did. So your second post, your second and final post on Reddit needs to be the complete game, like on shelves, or available in some kind of store.
Well, now that Hovey and I are actually doing a game now, and it's actually looking really good. As a matter of fact, I think he sent me a new build of it last night, so I can't wait to check that shit out. But we're actually making a game. And trust me, once we're done with it and it's like ready to be put up on whatever we end up putting it up on, I'm posting it in that fucking Reddit, and I'm gonna be like,
as you should.
Every one of you guys, fuck off. And most of the music I made myself, I'm gonna reach out to some people. I actually have been meaning to reach out to you if you wanted to make any songs for it. It doesn't have to be anything in particular, just if you want a song on there, or even a song that you already have done and you already have posted or whatever, if you want it featured in the game, just hit me up and I'll throw it in there. But
oh yeah.
But yeah, I've been wanting to reach out to some of my buddies that make music and just see if they want to add a track to the fucking playlist. Obviously, you guys get credited and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I digress. We're going to be doing Am I the Asshole today? Peyton, if you want to go ahead and give like a little synopsis of what the fuck this is.
r/Am I the Asshole is a Reddit thread that exists. I don't know anything about Reddit. It's a thread that exists where people come and they pose the question, am I the asshole in this particular situation that gives the headline? And they post the whole story So they're asking the question of whether they're the bad person who made the wrong decision in that case or not. And so I saw some other YouTubers doing videos of this. Shout out Oompaville, because I thought it was really funny watching him read these. So now, instead of us talking and judging each other, we're essentially just going to be reading other people's stories and judging them. That's what we're here for.
Hell yeah. We gotta find more games like this.
We're people on the internet, okay? We have a God-given right to judge everybody else and just completely condemn them for what they do.
That's facts. But we do need to find more stuff like this, like the spin the wheel one, and like stuff where we can put a visualizer up. I think these are fun. These are cool to do, but
I like doing the game stuff.
Yeah, I'm here for it. But I'll go ahead and pull the screen up. This is the r/am I the asshole that was posted 7 hours ago, apparently. Let me switch my screen up real quick so I can see what's going on. Oh, okay. Actually, I can read it just like this. Alright, so, number 1. Am I the asshole for setting up a just-in-case fund for my daughter? The title's already popping smoke right now. My daughter has been married to her husband for 3 years, and they recently had their first child. The entire time they've been married, she's been a housewife, and now she's a stay-at-home mom with no plans to return to work. I think it's fine and have been supportive. I also know that she and her husband both have sizable life insurance policies, so if, God forbid, one dies, they'll be okay. However, she also signed a prenup, which again I think is smart, but according to my daughter, she'd get a very small settlement. And even with child support, there's a good chance she'd have to return to work. And after being out of work, or after being out of the workforce for a bit, who knows if that will change? Or I can read. I'm sorry. After being in the workforce for fuck.
End the episode. Stop it now.
Cancel. I can't read. And after being out of the workforce for a bit, who knows if that'll be a challenge? My main worry is my niece fell into this scenario, and even with child support, she struggled. So, my husband, her father, and I set up a just-in-case account. If she and her husband divorce, she'll have money to fall back on just in case. If they remain married past the time my husband and I die, it'll just be added to what she'll inherit. I didn't intend on telling her about it unless it happened, but my husband pointed out that if she was ever in a situation where she wanted to leave but worried she financially couldn't, it'd be good for her to know she has a plan B. So we told her, and she was a little surprised. She said she appreciated it, but felt we were rooting against her. I said we love her husband and hope they have a long, healthy marriage. We have always been supportive, but this is similar to the prenup, a just-in-case, a last resort. Well, I told her husband, and he's pissed at us as well, saying that we don't trust him. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and forgive my fucking reading abilities here because some of these sentences are just fucked, okay? Some of them feel like they're going to weave into something else and they don't.
Yeah, sure.
Fuck you. Anyway, and I said it's looking out for our daughter and really is no different from the prenup. I added that just as he'll always want to protect his daughter, we'll always want to protect ours. What you think?
Okay, so I'm gonna go right out the gate and add. My wife and I do not have a prenup. We did not sign one. We are also.
No, I'm just kidding.
I know, right? She's gonna inherit everything I own, which is nothing.
All your fucking
like
pops.
I have the title to my car. That's cool. But I had a similar situation where her grandparents and my parents were rooting against us, and I don't know if it's because their relationships have failed, but it's really annoying having that extra money set aside. I mean, I don't know. I would, I think, yes, a little bit, that they are the asshole for that. Because it is rooting against them. Like, it is like a just in case, because, oh, this happens all the time, and I just want you to be financially secure. But it's also putting expectations to fail on them, and that does manifest in relationships when people do that. When I was away at basic training, my wife's grandparents said that my wife should look for somebody else because that's what I'm currently doing. And I'm over here bawling my eyes out, writing a letter saying, I can't take this shit anymore, I need you.
Damn.
Yeah. It hurts. My mom thought I was going to end up with a stripper. She just said that to my face after being with my wife for 2 years. Well, she was a girlfriend at the time, but
what the hell?
It sucks when people are rooting against you, and even if it's money, and even if you think it's creating a security, I don't think it really is. I think this person's a fucking asshole. Would
it be different if they never told them? Like, if it was just a thing that they were just doing their own way or whatever, and they never said anything about it, never told either the daughter or the husband, and then it just happened whenever they died. Or, whatever the scenario.
It would be better, but only if the daughter and the husband did not get divorced. Because I can see that turning out. They get divorced, daughter comes back to the mom who made the account, and I don't know if this person, obviously they're on Reddit. I have no idea what kind of person they are. But you could then say, oh, here's all this money that I'm just giving to you. Like, how are you going to explain that other than, like, this was because I told you so. Now here's your I told you so money.
So it would be, basically the only time it would be good is if the parents died and they just inherited that money.
Yeah. Because then that money is there, and you can say it's a savings or some other sort of account.
Yeah, I think that the biggest downfall in this one is they told them. I think that was probably the biggest downfall. But I do see that, like, it's probably just bad all around, because whether their intentions were just or not, that does kind of sow some doubt into the scenario. But, yeah, I don't know. It's a sticky situation to be in. I know for damn sure that I would hate if my parents were like... I mean, I don't think that my parents would do that based on doubting the relationship. But I'd definitely get a little paranoid about it. Anyway, do you want to take the next one, or do you want me to find another one?
I think I sent you the link for another one that I just found.
Okay, let me open it up.
You can get that.
Let me open her
This
up.
might be the most boring ass episode we've ever done. But I saw this title and I was like, yeah, we might have something here.
You can always back out.
I could just leave right now. I could take my Godzilla squishy and leave.
Good. You very well could.
And that's what I'm doing on my phone, by the way. If it looks like I'm ignoring Jacob, it's half that, but the other half is that I'm reading along with him. Looking for all those mistakes that he's making in his speech.
It is a lot.
This one's shorter.
Oh, this is actually the one I just had pulled up, actually.
Oh, good. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. This Reddit user asks, am I the asshole for telling my daughter-in-law her feelings are not my problem, and for fuck's sake, you don't need to be invited to everything?
Nope. I can already tell he's not the asshole.
I will keep this as short as possible, and then proceeds to write 6 paragraphs. The family has a code word that means to met up at my home because there is bad news. So emergency family meeting. This is something that is extremely rare, and it means to drop what you are doing and get over as soon as possible. It is only an invite for the kids. No in-laws are invited. This was discussed and agreed upon by everyone. This was due to everyone being most comfortable with sharing bad news with their siblings and not having to be polite with the in-laws. For example, my daughter used the code word, and it was an emergency family meeting. She was getting a divorce and needed help. After everyone fills in their spouse after everyone fills in their spouses but not all the gritty details. This happened today. An emergency meeting was called by my husband. In short, he needs surgery. I won't go into more than that. Everyone left, and I got a call from my daughter-in-law upset that she wasn't invited to the meeting. I asked if she knew what the hell? If theses were.
What these is
And
were.
she took. That's theses, like in a paper.
Oh, yeah, it is. Holy shit.
I asked if she knew what theses were, and she told me my son explained it. She reiterated that she should still be invited, and I am excluding her. That she is upset and expects an invite next time. These people need to learn how to fucking spell before they go and bitch. I told her that her feelings aren't my problem, and for fuck's sales, you don't need to be invited to everything. She called me a jerk. This bitch. My son told me he will deal with it, but I could have been nicer. Is this person the asshole?
Okay, so
We have a mother here again, daughter-in-law.
as someone that has plenty of family members that tend to excrete their problems into the world, like forcefully, like without anybody asking, and they just like all the time. I have one, I'm just gonna say person, because I feel like saying my relation to them that would probably give it away. Not that she would like watch this. I don't think she does watch our videos, but there's never a time where it's not about her. It's always about her. When she comes to visit our family, her. Not her kids, not her husband, not her like life going, like a positivity that's like in her life at all. There's always an issue. There's always something negative, and it's always, every single time she comes over, that's all she talks about. And trust me, there have been many occasions where I would have loved to just say, your problems are not our problems. Fuck off. Like, there's been many times where I've wanted to say that so badly, and I just don't. So I feel like this kind of, they didn't go into the nitty gritty on that portion of it, so I don't know. Maybe she's not that bad. Not as bad as I'm like comparing anyway. But it sounds to me like that is the kind of person she is. And in that case, I would say no. Sometimes you just have to stick up for yourself and just tell people like that, hey, look, you need to deal with your own problems, and that's life, man. Like, sometimes you just have to deal with your own shit, and it sucks sometimes, but dude, some of these people, they don't care. Keep in mind also, I'm the kind of person that I don't care if you're family or not. Like, if I don't like you, I don't associate with you. I don't care if you're blood related. I don't care if you're my cousin, my uncle, my fucking, if one of my siblings were assholes, I would have no problem just being like, okay, well, fuck you. I don't want to deal with you, because I just don't have the capacity in my life to deal with it. So
what I think separates this one is that I don't have enough information, because I don't know what. Well, I guess we know a little bit of what the family emergency was about, but I didn't really say what all the daughter-in-law did. Did it? I don't think it did. Yeah, I asked if she knew what theses were, and she told me my son explained it. She reiterated that she should still be invited, and I am excluding her. That she is upset and expects an invite next time. So, yeah, what I latch onto in this story is the fact that they have a code word for a family meeting, and they say that in-laws are excluded from that. And that kind of means that you're shutting off people from even being allowed in the family, which means you're not allowing them to be part of the family. I'm part of the family for whatever. I accept my in-laws as parents more than I accept my parents as my parents. And if I was excluded from whatever family details, I would feel like I was being excluded. So, I don't know. I think this person went a little over the top, saying your feelings aren't my problem, and you don't need to be invited to everything. You don't, though. You don't have to be invited to everything.
yeah.
But I don't know. inconclusive. Everyone agreed on this code word, and everyone agreed that in-laws were not included in that circle. So if everyone agreed to it, what can you do there? You literally know what you signed up for.
It's in the contract.
All right, find us a funny one.
It's in the
These
contract.
are kind of funny, but
Okay.
yeah, you signed a prenup.
Am I the asshole for telling my sister-in-law that she isn't my sister when she invited herself to a sister hangout? It's gonna be good. Okay. Hang on, I lost it. All right. My sister-in-law came. Sorry, I'm gonna start over.
No, it is misspelled. Go for it.
My sister-in-law can from a family of all boys. I think she has started the problem. This is going to be rough. Sorry.
I think this has started the problem.
Oh, yeah, it is. I think this has started the problem. To be blunt, she really wanted to be siblings with me and my sister, as it was really uncomfortable. It was consistent invites to hang out and consistent texting, stomping over boundaries like not using my name, very grabby, wanting to discuss topics. Very grabby. Hang on a second. What?
Yeah, is this a male posting this?
I don't know. It just says.
That's gonna make it really fucking weird.
Just says telling my sister-in-law that she isn't my sister when she invited herself to a sister hangout. So I think it might be another sister. Anyway.
Okay.
Not using my name, very grabby, wanting to discuss topics that I don't even discuss with my sister, and so on. We have talked to her before, and my brother, and it doesn't help. So apparently there's a brother involved, and I'm assuming he was not invited to a sister hangout either. But again, that's just an assumption. Really, it made me super uncomfortable, and did the same with my sister. I'm assuming also made her sister uncomfortable. We are both busy people. My sister is in the middle of her master's, and I am working a ton. We do not have much free time, and we wanted to hang out. We were just going to grab dinner and watch a movie. I got a call from my sister-in-law asking what time for dinner. I asked what she meant, and she told me it was she told me it was the sister hangout. I asked how she knew about it, and my brother mentioned it in passing. I told her this is just for me and my sister. She told me that I was her sister and asked for the time. This went back and forth a few times. I eat fed up that she kept inviting herself, and told her that she is not my sister and she is not invited. I got a call from my brother calling me a jerk, and I need to apologize.
Wow. I think for that kind of reaction, you would be the asshole to immediately shut someone out and be like, you're not my sister, you're not invited. But also, man, it's really annoying when people like try to invite themselves into stuff all the time.
Yeah. I can't like really compare my own personal situation because I love both my siblings, and they're both biological siblings, so I don't know. But like if I was going to go hang out with Caden, for example, me and my brother just doing a brother's day or something, and Deanna invited herself, me nor my brother would ever have an issue with that at all. Like, I mean, you know Deanna. Obviously, we wouldn't give a shit if Deanna joined, like, at all. Even if it was a quote-unquote brother hangout. I don't think it would ever be out of the question to have Deanna involved in that as well. So, I don't know. I don't have any step-siblings, though, so I don't really know about that either. However, the whole very grabby thing and discussing topics that she doesn't want to discuss and so forth, and not using her name, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think Reddit users need to probably obtain a few more brain cells before they post on Reddit.
They just strengthen their vocabulary just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
Explain.
I don't need every single detail, but like there could have been a little bit more solidifying this one way or another.
Yeah. I wonder if the rules are you can't put names, because like you could use a code name, but like when people say this sister, that sister, and this brother, like it's hard to keep track of all the people.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Kind of fucking weird.
kind of a fucking asshole.
All right. Go ahead.
Am I the asshole for not helping a child stuck in a swing?
Nope. You figure it out.
I, 25 female, took my son to a playground at a local park today. We were the only ones there for about 20 minutes before this family of 3 kids, 2 girls and 1 boy, and an adult pull up. I don't think she was their parent, as the kids kept calling her by her first name. We'll just call her Katie for this story. The boy had to be between 10 and 12 and wasn't that 11? It was a relatively heavy-set kid. They were all I like where this is going. They were all playing and running around, but repeatedly kept nearly trampling my 2-year-old. They were clearly ignoring him, which is fine because not all kids have to play with each other, but they didn't even acknowledge his space in an attempt to avoid running over him. Katie decided she wanted a picture of all of them on the swings. The boy ran to one of the age-appropriate swings for him, and Katie told him to get in the infant swing because, well, it would be funny. They all help place him in the swing and laugh as they take their pictures. When he was ready to get out of the swing, Katie attempted to pull him out to no success. Surprise, he's stuck. Who could have possibly predicted this outcome? So they all slowly start to panic as they realize he is indeed stuck and they cannot get him out. I had about enough of this at this point, with how rude these kids and Katie were, and I had no desire to offer my help. I started packing up our things and took my son to the car. As we're leaving, I hear one of them ask, "Can you help us?" I turn to look at them, and all of them are just staring at me with this entitled look. It didn't even look like concern. In response, I kept walking and didn't say a word. They continued to shout, asking for help as I loaded my son in the car. I heard them calling 911 as I got in my car. It was a completely avoidable issue and a very stupid decision made by the adult in that situation, and none of them could give us the decency to respect my much younger child's space. So I feel like Katie has to take responsibility. Girl, you are absolutely redeemed.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna give that one to her because I would have been pissed too.
You got your fat kid stuck in a swing because you thought it'd be funny to make fun of them and body shame them and get a picture of it.
No shit.
Good luck. I hope the fire department also says no when you try to get them to get your child out of the swing.
That's fucking wild. It's just wild, dude. I also don't think she's the asshole for that.
No, you go off, queen. Actually, what she should have done is gone back when the child is just about to free themselves and just shove it back down in the swing. Help the child get more stuck.
Put more pressure on him so he stays further down.
Or be an asshole about helping. Go get some WD-40 out of your car and just start spraying around the edges of the swing where the child is stuck in there.
And grab a Twinkie to lure him out or something.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten stuck in one of those? I'm guessing this is one of those swings that's built like a rubber diaper.
Yeah.
That is situated like that with 2 leg holes. Have you gotten stuck in one before?
Never.
I've come close to it because it was made for like a 3-year-old, and I know I'm built like a 3-year-old, but like I was at least 14 at the time.
I've never, not that I'm aware of, I've ever been stuck in one of those. Ever. Okay. This one has already been listed not the asshole, so it made me curious. But it's called, Am I the Asshole for Not Feeling Sorry for My Wife When Exactly What I Told Her Would Happen, Happened?
Uh-oh.
We have an old house. There's a 5-inch wide horizontal ledge on the stairway to the basement. Oh, God. She likes to store stuff there. I've been telling her for years that it's a bad idea. Whenever I go downstairs to do laundry or put away groceries in our pantry, I make sure that ledge is empty. She always says that it's just handy and that she always means to clean it up. and I find all kinds of crap there. Bottles, jars, open boxes of garbage bags, lighter fluid, you name it.
Oh,
That sounds like a recipe for disaster right there.
that's like a hoarder.
Yeah. She always... Oh, sorry, that was the other paragraph. She came in from the backyard where she was gardening to use the bathroom. On her way out, she went downstairs for something. I heard her fall and then scream. After we got home from the hospital...
Oh, no.
After we got home from the hospital, where they reattached her toe...
Jesus.
Oh my god, okay. Reattached her toe has got me fucked up right now. Like, hang on a second. I asked her why she thought that leaving her garden shears
Gotta get through it.
Oh, dude, this is hurting. I asked her why she thought that leaving her garden shears there was a good idea. She says that I'm being an asshole for saying I told you so. I didn't. I just asked her why she did it. I feel very bad that she got injured. I feel terrible that she feels dumb for leaving a heavy, sharp object where it could fall easily. I feel shitty that I didn't see them in time to put them somewhere safe. None of that means what happened isn't entirely predictable and entirely her fault. Once again, for the cheap seat, I did not say I told you so. Am I the asshole for asking about her thought process? I just love how, like, the Redditors have already spoken on this one, and they said that he is not the asshole for that.
God, dude. I mean,
I think if he
gotta keep him in check, right?
I think if he did say "I told you so," he probably would be, but I don't know if, like, asking, like, "Come on, man, what were you thinking? Like, well, why'd you put the shears there?"
Yeah, I mean, if they told her multiple times, like, this is not a good idea, then I may be the asshole, but I think that's one really horrible way to learn a lesson. I bet you that spot is fucking spot clean, like clean now, completely cleared out.
Yeah,
I bet there's
probably.
nothing that goes in that spot unless it's like pillows or something not sharp.
Yeah, no, that is spotless clean nowadays. What you got?
I'm looking, trying to scroll for some good titles.
I'm still caught up on the fucking reattached her toe thing.
Yeah, that's brutal.
After we got home from the hospital where they reattached her toe. God damn.
Okay.
I don't even know what I would do if my toe had to be reattached.
You'd probably get your toe reattached, I would imagine.
Not if I said no. Not if I said no you.
Put that in a jar on ice. I want my toe on the rocks. Not on my foot. Got one for you here.
Alright.
Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend to go back to his home country and be with his ex? My BF is originally from another country, but we've had no cultural differences or anything so far, and we've had a nice time together. He always told me that him and his ex split up because of the move, and it was too hard to do long distance. He also said they grew apart and just weren't getting along anymore. Fair enough. But here's the thing. Recently, he admitted to me that the contract for his previous house in his home country is still in his name, and his ex still lives there. So essentially, he's paying her bills. This upset me, but he convinced me that he couldn't just break the contract, and it's expiring in a few weeks anyway, so she will be moving out, and he won't have any ties to her anymore. Everything I found out about his ex has been against my will. I never asked him one thing about her, but somehow I know her name, what she looks like, and details about their sex life, etc. I'm honestly tired of it. I did politely mention to him to please stop mentioning her all the time because I feel like we can't move forward if he does, to which he apologized and agreed. But the other day we were hanging out, having fun, etc. Then he randomly became quiet and stopped talking. I asked him what's wrong, and he said, I just feel bad for what I did to my ex name. I moved I moved country and left her in a shit house. I feel bad about it. That's probably racist to me. Doing a Borat impression. I know it wasn't right, but I flipped and told him to go back there and be with her if he feels so bad. I told him to stop leading me on if he's still obsessed with her. He stormed out and sat outside by himself for an hour. I walked out and told him to go home because I'm going to sleep. We haven't spoken properly since, and I know I shouldn't have flipped out, but I'm too overwhelmed. Man.
I don't know, man. I think that's probably forgiven.
I think if the dude is hung up on his ex, that is a big, big red flag right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she's forgiven for saying that, is what I'm saying. Like, she's not the
Oh,
asshole.
yeah. Yeah, especially when he's like, oh, man, like, if he would have left it at the contract ends in a couple weeks and she has to move out, that would have been fine. But if he's like, oh, man, I feel bad for her because I'm leaving her in a shit house and I moved out of the country, that's a big problem right there.
Yeah, I think another big detail is the fact that that she didn't ask for any of that information. Like, none of the sexual acts and her name and all that stuff. She never asked. That's a weird thing. It's one thing if she asked for that stuff or they, like, talked about it in a conversation. Like, whatever. If that stuff comes up in conversation, sure. But I don't know why that would just be something you tell a current love interest. Like, somebody that I'm dating currently, I wouldn't just be like, yeah, I remember in bed we used to do this position all the time. I loved it.
Yep.
Like, why would you
get freaky tonight? This is what my ex used to do, and I really like that. You should try it.
Yeah, why would that ever be a no? Yeah, definitely not the asshole, I don't think.
Redemption, you are redeemed.
Saved.
You're going to heaven. Your soul is saved. Stamp. Send them up. That's what we should do. We should do a whole like bit of just condemning souls.
I'm down with that. But it'll be our friends.
Who better to pass judgment than two white guys with a podcast, right?
We're gonna do it to our friends. We're gonna like save or condemn our friends' souls. We'll have a picture of them pop up on screen, and then we have to discuss whether or not they need to be saved.
With a smash or pass.
All right. Am I the asshole for telling my wife she needs to visit the dentist? Yikes. This is going to be rough.
Why, are there a lot of words?
No, just could you imagine telling your wife she needs to visit the dentist? Specifically because that's exactly what this is.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a rough one. Go ahead, I'm ready for it.
It started about a year ago. My wife developed horrible breath. She developed horrible breath? Interesting. Okay. Breath that makes you want to puke. She brushes her teeth every morning and night, but she also has cavities. Sometimes I get woken up by nothing more than her breathing in my face. It smells like her tongue has been it smells like her tongue has been shaking hands with Bigfoot's prostate all day, every day.
Oh, no.
Okay, alright, we're crossing some lines here. I hope he told her this. Babe, your tongue smells like it's been shaking hands with Bigfoot's prostate every day.
Babe, you gotta stop eating out Bigfoot's ass.
Her parents never took her to the dentist as a child, so I believe she's just scared. Every time I bring it up, she gets defensive and she says we don't have the money or we don't have insurance. I have at least $2,000 available at all times, so it's just an excuse. We were at a school function for my daughter earlier today, and as we were waiting in line, she was talking into my face, and I got a whiff of her sulfuric ass breath. Sulfuric ass breath, not acid.
Mm-hmm.
And he's roasting the fuck out of her, dude. First Bigfoot's prostate, and now sulfuric ass breath. I made a face. I made a face and backed away from her. She got mad and wouldn't talk to me until we sat down to eat. Imagine trying to eat. While we were eating, she said I was being a jerk for making that face, to which I replied in a whisper that no one else could hear, I wasn't being a jerk. It was just my reaction. You have cavities that need to be filled before they rot your teeth out. She wouldn't talk to me until we left. I said I was sorry, but that didn't change the fact that she needed to see a dentist. She replied, you embarrassed me in front of everybody. We don't have money for insurance, and I don't care about a cavity. You're just over-exaggerating to make me feel bad in front of everyone. That was the last thing she said to me. Am I the asshole?
For handling it like that, I would probably say so. You probably should have addressed it earlier. Obviously, this is an ongoing problem. You didn't notice it on that day in front of everybody in that moment. Otherwise, it would have been a little more redeemable. But I think you should definitely tell someone. I would want someone to tell me if my breath smelled like absolute shit.
Same.
I'm a smelly guy by nature. I sweat way too often. That's why I carry a stick of deodorant in my bag. Like, if my teeth were hurting and rotting and whatnot, like I would definitely be going to the dentist. I understand that money is a huge concern. That's why I don't go to the dentist. So I hate the dentist. Fuck those people.
As somebody that has been a manager for a very long time and have had to have one-on-one conversations with people about their hygiene, it is very, very uncomfortable. It is. It's very awkward, okay?
Yeah.
I've also had friends and I've had family that have had some fucking stank breath at the family gathering, okay? I'm talking just straight up putrid. And I'm telling you right now, no matter how much I wanted to wince or, like, rub my eyes from the stench, I didn't. I just bit my tongue, walked away. It is what it is. So there's definitely a better way to go about that situation. Now, if he did say that she smelled, or her tongue smelled like it was, like, soaking into Bigfoot's prostate for, like, every day or something like that, that would be pretty rough. I know if my spouse had said that to me, I would probably feel pretty bad, but, like, if he just, like, pulled her aside and was like, hey, look, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. You need a Tic Tac or something, because your breath stinks.
I was gonna say, you make her breakfast in bed one day, and it's just a bowl of Tic Tacs and milk. Something like that. Just a bunch of peppermints.
Jesus Christ.
It's Trident gum, spearmint flavor.
I would say that he's probably an asshole for that, but there could have been ways in which he could have gotten around the assholeness, for sure.
Yeah.
Alright, I got yours up.
Hell.
Yep, straight to hell.
Straight to hell. Am I the asshole for going through my girlfriend's dresser drawers? So,
oh my.
I have ADHD and sensory issues. However, I'm pretty low needs and can manage my own stuff as long as no one interferes. I have sensitive hearing and that's my main trigger, so to speak. Noise stimulation is my main thing, but I always have precautions. I have this incredible pair of headphones, which is one of my prized possessions. It's blue and white, and I've had it since I was, I think, 12-ish. But they block out everything. No joke. And they're smooth and well-shaped and fashionable looking, so I can wear them around my neck without looking like a weirdo. That's already a weird way to talk about your headphones, I think. It's like not as extreme, but it's almost like saying like, "Guys, I'm not racist," and then proceeds to say something racist.
Yeah.
My girlfriend has a weird aversion to all of my little quirks, as she calls them, all the barely noticeable things I do to deal with my issues. Parentheses, I don't take meds. But she particularly hates those headphones. Last night, she came into our room while I was using them to fall asleep, and I opened my eyes to someone waving their hand in front of my face since I couldn't hear her. She was even more grumpy than usual about the headphones, but I thought she'd gotten over it after I set them aside on my bedside table and we talked to sleep. This morning, I woke up to them gone. I searched the whole house for them despite being sure of where I left them, and then asked her if she'd seen them. She told me no, but there was something about her voice that made me suspicious. I waited till she went to the shower and went over to her side to see if she'd taken them. Lo and behold, in the first drawer they were there. Or there they were. I was furious and waited till she came out to confront her, but the second she saw the headphones, she started yelling at me about how I could violate her privacy, like that was what a terrible boyfriend I was. I don't quite know how it happened, but I ended up apologizing and then making her a coffee to make up for it. She's gone to class now and I'm confused again. Surely this was her fault, or am I being dumb? Am I the asshole? No, King.
Seems a little... Okay. If you live with somebody, right? I'm assuming they live with each other, right?
Yeah.
Because
They're
she
at least
said,
occupying the same bed.
yeah, went over to her side to see if she'd taken them. Like, that implies they're sleeping together, right?
Yeah.
It shouldn't really be of any concern for them to go through your drawers. Surely they probably already know what's in your drawers to begin with. That's not the same as, like, reading someone's diary, I don't think. Or, like, looking at someone's messages. That's not the same thing. I think, like... I don't know. That sounds like she got something to hide.
Well, she did. She had the fucking headphones.
Yeah, but it sounds like she doesn't... It's not just the headphones. It sounds like she's just mad that he found the headphones, or she's hiding something else. In my opinion, but...
I have no idea if this person's hiding anything else or not, but it's still like it's kind of like trying to flip the script, maybe gaslighting a little bit.
Yeah.
Where she was caught having hid the headphones and now trying to defend herself.
Yeah. I think that
like,
if she wanted to hide those headphones, she also could have picked a better spot.
I don't know what her beef would be with the freaking headphones. Like,
I don't either.
Especially if it's something to help with a sensory overload issue, there shouldn't be a concern there. It's not like they're literally there to mitigate noise. It's not like a sleep apnea machine, which if you hit that, that'd be pretty fucked up. But it's not something that's like humming loudly throughout the night and just doing any harm.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's probably like, man, my boyfriend looks autistic as fuck with these headphones he's hanging around his neck. I gotta hide them because he thinks they're cool. That doesn't help anyone.
Yeah, that's wild. I don't know. That's a little weird. I think he's all right. I don't think he's an asshole for that.
Going to heaven, buddy. Congrats. Girlfriend? Hell. It would be funny if there was a post right underneath of it that said, "Am I the asshole for hiding my boyfriend's headphones because they look stupid?" or something like that.
Okay. I think this one sounds a little weird. How long have we been going on here, by the way? Okay. We could probably do one or two more. Alright. Am I the asshole for making my plane seat neighbor uncomfortable? It's already listed as not the asshole, but I'm curious. I, 40, male, just got off of a long flight. The kind where even the comfiest seats feel like torture racks. Now, I'm a big dude. Not yet book 2 seats level. I don't know what that means. That's what that says, though. Not yet book 2 seats level. But enough... Oh, I see what you're saying. There's a comma there, sorry. Not yet book 2 seats level big, but enough for plane seats to be absolute hell. Booked a window seat. Figured the extra space would help. The flight attendant assigns a woman to the middle seat. Nice person. We exchange greetings, no problem. Here's where things get tricky. Nature called a couple of times during the flight, and let's just say squeezing by in that cramped space is an exercise in contortionism at the best of times. The woman in the middle seat politely refused to get up whenever I needed to use the restroom. The lady in the aisle seat was very accommodating and would get up anytime either I or the lady in the middle needed to get up. Now, I get it. Nobody wants some sweaty dude brushing past them. I tried my best to minimize contact, literally sucked in my gut and held my breath like I was underwater. But even with all the contorting, there was some unavoidable brushing past. At the end of the flight, the woman makes a passive-aggressive comment about personal space and how uncomfortable I made her feel throughout the flight. Honestly, I felt terrible. Didn't mean to make her feel that way. But what else was I supposed to do? Hold it for 8 hours? Ask her to physically get up since she repeatedly didn't get up and indicated I should squeeze by. I had no reason to think she was too bothered by it. Am I the asshole for making her uncomfortable? Okay, that was going in a completely different direction than I was assuming at first, but
yeah, I was hoping
absolutely
it was
not.
I was hoping it was going to be someone like bullying their flight seat buddy or something like that.
Yeah, or being like just creepy or some shit on purpose for the meme or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not an asshole for that. She's definitely the asshole. Could have just fucking moved.
Clear-cut winner. If you're getting uncomfortable, then yeah, move. Get up.
Yeah, if you're that uncomfortable and you don't want... It sounds like she wanted his sweaty belly on her. That's what it sounds like.
She was asking for it. Oh, alright. Are we doing another one?
Can. If you got another one, let's do it.
I need to know if there's a good one here.
Yeah, that took like a massive left turn. I thought that was going to be way worse.
Ooh, I'm trying to get a not the a-hole because I want to call someone an asshole. I want to judge people. I want to make you feel bad. I got another plain one. Mm. Oh, this sounds good. So, this one is, it's not labeled, I don't know how the labeling works. It doesn't say not the a-hole. Instead it says everyone sucks.
Oh, good. This should be fun.
Yeah.
Forcing my son to buy a more appropriate swimsuit.
Yay. Am I the asshole for forcing my son to buy a more appropriate swimsuit? This happened about a week ago, but wanted to ask. My wife and I and our son Jax, 18 male, went on a week-long Caribbean cruise right after his school ended. Jax is a great kid. He seems to have a confidence issue. As in too much confidence, LOL. I've never seen anything like it. He's the most self-assured guy in the world. It's not unfounded. He's great looking and athletic and definitely a Mr. Personality type, but still a bit goes a long way. He's also something of an exhibitionist, I think, which brings us to the problem. Usually he's so charming it seems harmless and he gets away with it, but in this case not so. We arrive on the ship and oh my, this is a fucking long one. We arrive on the ship and set sail, and Jax gets ready to head to one of the pools for the first time. Let's just say his swimsuit was not appropriate at all. Definitely a quote flaunt it type of suit. I told him to put on something else. He had nothing. The kid has packed nothing but those for a week-long cruise. What was he thinking? I told him he had to go to one of the onboard stores and buy something else. He protested. I won. He went to a store and came back and got ready to go again, but he had bought another Speedo-style suit that was a lot better than what he had before, but still not appropriate, and of course he couldn't return a swimsuit. I told him to go back, buy a proper suit that, like trunks or boardy shorts or whatever, but he reluctantly did, which he reluctantly did. He whined about it, begged to wear his original, but I said no. As I said, I have to admire his confidence, as he would have no issue being at the pool like that and will chat up girls all day long. He is a shameless flirt, but there's still a time and place. He was mad at me and said I made him waste $100+ on 2 new suits he didn't need. He didn't exactly call me an asshole, but he wasn't happy. I didn't want to ruin his vacation, but I wanted him to be decent. So, am I the asshole, and should I have just let him wear what he wanted? Oh, by the way, if anyone is curious, I made him give me the listing for where he bought the original, although this link might not be totally appropriate for work. A screenshot. Ooh. Shall I read this edit? Yeah, I think this looks fun. There's an edit here to clear a few things up. I'm not a prude, not even close. He can usually wear what he wants, I don't care. He has sneaked in friends for skinny dipping parties at home, I don't care. He and 2 friends once went streaking in the neighborhood and were caught by an HOA cop, and I don't care. He has sex, I don't care. In fact, I buy him condoms and have for a while. I order them because he has a wicked latex allergy. I'm not a prude. If you gotta say I'm a prude twice in the same paragraph,
I mean, hey.
beginning and end. At least I know now. I was concerned at first. Yeah, there's no way. To be honest, I really don't have a problem with the actual Speedos, even though they are not my style. He and all the boys on their team wore them for water polo and no one cared. And he will occasionally still wear them in the pool, etc. That's fine. I think I had a knee-jerk reaction when he bought them on the ship because he knew that I was asking him to buy regular trunks, but he tried to get as close as possible to what he originally had to pull one over on Dad, and I wasn't having it. I will pay him back for the boardy shorts he bought, which he actually likes. Also, say what you like, but the original briefs were very inappropriate. If they had been black, I might have let it slide, but not with the baby blue. They are literally marked as, hey, look at my big dick. Even more so, they went well beyond that. There was zero mystery as to what's what in them, detail-wise. As one responder said, yes, you could even determine one's circumcision status, clearly. And they weren't even wet yet. If not wanting my kid to wear those in public makes me a prude, so be it. Thanks to all who responded. I have to see what these shorts look like. Yeah, not shorts, whatever it is.
I'm gonna not pull that up on screen, but I'm curious.
We can show that on here. That's fine. I think that's fine. I'm just gonna show you the image here.
They're literally transparent.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up on here so they can see the actual image, but like,
hang on,
they're literally transparent.
Do they show them in black? Because he's like, oh, if it was black, it would have been fine. Oh, never mind. It's an image. This is a screenshot he took.
Literally transparent, dude.
I mean, yeah, that is super.
This is the baby blue one, so this is the one that he had.
Yeah.
Good God. Good God, man. It literally says on the advertising, made from our thinnest fabric yet, for unbelievable comfort and maximum sheerness when wet. Go big or go home. Oh my god.
Hey, they do not say, hey, look at my big dick, which is what he said. They literally said on them.
Ultra low cut with high leg cut for daring look. Enhancing pouch is engineered to lift and keep everything front and center for eye-catching profile. No lining. Our new unlined front is our most comfortable yet and maximizes detail. No one will be guessing.
Jesus.
So I hope that all of you guys got a good glimpse at all of that.
I don't know how people can be comfortable wearing stuff like that. I feel like anything that rides up on my inner thighs, it just hurts.
I don't know, man. I do not know.
Is this guy the asshole? Is this father the asshole? You know he's not a prude.
He's definitely not a prude. There's nothing prude about him. He said it twice in the same sentence. There's no prude. But asshole? Nah. I would be also okay if it's a family thing too. Like if you're going on a cruise with your family, I would not want to be on a cruise with my son and his whole junk out. But personally,
yeah.
But I mean, would I go out of my way to tell him not to? I mean, as long as he's not hurting anybody, probably not. I don't think I would care all that much, but I sure as heck would not be fucking hanging out with him though. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, look, this is my boy.
You go off and do your own thing, son. I'm gonna stay back here with your mother and not hang out with you at all.
Someone's asking about your kid and like, is it the one in the Speedo over there? And you go, yeah, look at that package. He gets that from his mom.
Oh God.
I think he's the asshole just for his intentions behind it, because it seemed like he's like, I don't want my son boasting about his package or whatever, instead of what my worry would be is like my kid could get sexually assaulted because someone's going to see that and they're going to make a decision based on the clothing he's wearing instead of whatever his intention might be. It might be the most comfortable swimsuit in the world. I don't know. You won't catch me wearing it, but
same.
I can't say for certain. But I would be terrified of my child wearing that just because I'm worried that like permanent sexual abuse could happen to them, and I wouldn't want my kid getting taken advantage of.
Yeah. He was also 18.
Yeah.
He was an adult. So
well, 18's not an adult, man.
Officially, it is.
Yeah, I'm 24 and I'm not an adult.
I'm pushing almost 30 and I'm not an adult, but still 18 years old. I mean, he makes his own decisions as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
But I will say that on a family trip, I would not be comfortable hanging out with my son and his whole package hanging out. So.
Yeah, I feel like, man, like there's only so many accommodations you can make for your family, but at the same time, there's a level of professionalism and like mutuality that you agree on. Like not hanging your junk out there in the most obvious fashion for everyone to see. Like, my grandparents are super uncomfortable with my tattoos, so I'm not gonna go out of my way to like show them all off and wear like a tank top, but I'm gonna still dress nice for wherever we're going, whatever the occasion is, and I just won't bring them up unless someone asks.
That's fair. I don't have the same outlook as far as grandparents and tattoos go. None of my grandparents give a shit, but even if they did, I wouldn't care. I'm wearing a tank top if it's hot outside, dude. It's hot. Like, obviously, depending on the situation. If we're going to like a wedding or some shit, I'll dress up. But if we're just hanging out in the backyard, tossing back some cold ones with the grandparents, dude, I'm wearing a tank top. I don't give a shit if they care about my tattoos or not, man. It's my skin, not their skin.
I think the only way that we can determine whether this father is an asshole or not is to order ourselves some of these Speedos.
Yep.
And try them out.
We'll do a whole episode of us just a crotch cam.
I'll wear the baby blue one since that's obviously a no-go, and then we'll see when you wear the black one if that's more appropriate.
Okay.
Because he would have gotten away with it if it was black.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and wait for that Venmo money from you.
No, you're buying your own. I'll buy my own.
All right.
Crotch cam, only.
Crotch cam.
Profile. Gonna be standing sideways, crotch cam the whole time. Solid white backdrop. We'll have to get solid white backdrops too, so we can. Everything is there, just for science.
Yeah. We'll get one of those clip-on mics and just stand in the back, and we'll just clip it onto the Speedo and just talk standing up the whole time, just slowly rotating like we're on a Lazy Susan.
We'll get some Lazy Susans.
Yeah, showing off all the goods.
Oh my god, dude. I'm done with this.
I am too.
Anyway, thank you all for watching. Make sure you leave us a like, please, and thank you. Check out our Instagram, check out our shorts, share our videos and all that good stuff around. Go back and watch all of our other videos. We've got tons of them. And make sure you sub to the channel as well, because it helps us a lot. Thanks. Appreciate it. Go get yourselves a Speedo. Make sure it's black, though, so it's appropriate.
Yep. Don't be a prude.
No baby blue. See you next time. Bye.
Fat kids and swings.